Welcome back to the Dram Shop, everybody. It's your boy Lolo. I am here with crazy Mr. Spawny Mark.
You know it.
How are you, man? Cheers to the last day of the semifinals.
To the last of the last. It has been.
You have to drink. You can't cheers and then not drink. That's bad luck. Even Lil Sooney knows. So
I know. I was just full of words right there.
Today we have the last match of the semifinals. I know there's only two, but the last match of the semifinals. The last two teams with hope to go to the finals. And we are looking at the mighty Atlas Lions of Morocco versus the blue?
Le bleu.
Le bleu.
Le bleu.
They're just a color?
Le bleu. Le bleu. Allez, le bleu.
Allez, le bleu.
We got a hoot from over there, so that had to be close to being right. This is going to be an incredible match. We saw an incredible match yesterday, Croatia and Argentina. Not as close as we thought it would be. I expect this one to be a little closer.
A little bit closer, yeah. This one, I don't know. This one has the chance. Same thing with yesterday. The way Croatia, we thought Croatia was going to come out, be a little bit more defensive-minded, but they weren't. So now if Morocco decides, hey, everything we've done this entire tournament, let's do something different, then they stand a chance to lose 3-0 to France. It could be a blowout if Morocco changes their ways. But stick to what you're doing. Stick to the defensive mindset, the breaks, the counterattacks. Do not let France score, and you may be able to nick a goal somewhere.
Right. Now, I have a feeling that Morocco is going to have to change their ways. You know, they took on the mighty Belgium. They took on the mighty Spain. They took on the mighty Portugal. What do those three teams have in common?
They're watching TV right now.
They're watching our show right now. But what they also have in common is they press and they want to possess the ball. France does not play that way.
They will today.
They might have to. But what I'm saying is that France can force Morocco into playing a different style of game for that very reason.
Possibly. And look, the way that Morocco came out against Spain was actually quite different than the way they came out against Portugal. They were a lot more on the attack against Portugal.
Absolutely.
And that's probably why they won it in normal time, right? They won it in normal time.
They did.
Yeah, 1-0.
They did.
1-0. So that's how they were able to go and then steal a goal that way, or not even steal a goal, but do the best-looking Ronaldo header I've seen in a while, even though Ronaldo is watching.
He was actually trying to claim that goal.
That was
that's
Nasiri or Nasiri. What was his name? I forget what his name is. But yeah, he jumped like 7 feet in the air and got his head on that header there. So
for those of you that don't know, that's bigger than both of us.
Neither one of us is 7 feet tall, in case that was ever in doubt. But listen, Morocco, I think they're going to come at. I think Morocco feels very good about what they've been bringing to the World Cup stage and the way they've been playing and the way they've been executing. Why change anything? And it's not like they're just playing defensive and hoping to not give up a goal. They're actually going at it. They have speed on the flanks. They have a Hakim Ziyech, playmakers, super fast, lots of pace to them, and good ball players, as bad as Ziyech is for Chelsea.
Do we see Hakimi and Mbappe on the same side and they covering one another? We know Mbappe doesn't play defense. Hakimi obviously does.
I think they're on opposite sides.
I think they are, but if there was like a switch, it would be really fun to watch those two go at it, a couple of PSG teammates.
No, actually, Mbappe is on the same side as Ziyech and Hakimi. So the other side has Boufal and Mazraoui, who has to deal with Dembele. And look at the England match. Did the goal come from Mbappe? Did the goal come from Dembele? No, it came from Tchouaméni. And they got another goal.
Or is it Chouameni? Like
from Giroud as well. So they got a goal from Giroud. So we've got Ben Ireland helping us out today as our director, fill-in director. So what's up, Ben? Thank you so much for covering.
He's Mr. Director Junior.
Mr. Director Junior. We brought him up from our under-15s today.
Right.
What's up?
Academy kid.
I've got no comments, so I've not to do at minute.
You're doing a great job. So let's go ahead and pop up that France lineup, Ben, and let's take a look at that. So we have here Mr. Goals himself, Olivier Giroud, the man who just refuses to age. Everybody's talking about how old Messi and Ronaldo are. Giroud's not that old, but
Modric.
He's old enough, and they think that he's going to stop scoring, and I'm sorry, he just isn't. And so he's a dangerous threat up there.
He's also a danger to join the.
I can't see you, man. Scoot over a little bit. Get over
he's
there.
He's also a threat to draw even with Mbappe and Messi for Golden Boot.
With Giroud, yeah. If Giroud messes around and gets a couple more goals, whoo,
yeah, I mean,
talking about a Golden Boot there. But, you got the likes of Ousmane Dembele, Kylian Mbappe, Antoine Griezmann, Olivier Giroud. That front four there is ridiculous. Yeah. So Morocco is going to have to deal with that all day long.
But you know what? They've dealt with everyone else all day long. I mean, they've taken down the giants. Is this one more giant, or is the fairy tale over?
This is, we love 90s video games. This is we played a lot of the mini bosses. This is a big boss.
The final boss?
They've beaten Sagat and Vega, but now they're up against M. Bison. These references for my age. Now they're up against M. Bison. And then if they win that, it's not like they get the credit scene. They get the post-credit scene bigger boss of Argentina on Sunday. So I don't know. It's going to be a super tough match for both of these sides. I don't think France has taken this as a slouch either, and nothing is given.
I really hope not, because it's going to make for it'll make for a very interesting game if France is looking forward to Argentina, and it would also kind of rewrite the storyline if Morocco just says, We've done everything we can. We've fought through. We've beaten all the bosses, so to speak. And maybe a semifinal, a spot in the third place game might just be good enough. I'm not really sure because Morocco has left it all out on the pitch. They have suffered injuries. They've got a starter. I'm not really sure who it is that is out because of a yellow card.
Saiss is back in action.
Saiss is actually in.
Baby John, let's put up that the Morocco lineup.
Roman Saiss is actually in the starting lineup, which to me is the biggest surprise that I could see. I mean, we saw him pull or tear or injure his hamstring in the game against Spain.
Basically every game.
And then
every single game.
Portugal, he, like Paul Pierce style, when Paul Pierce was wheeled off in that wheelchair during his championship run, Saiss is stretchered off the pitch.
That was 3 days ago, man. That was 3 days ago. He was stretchered off the pitch.
Exactly.
So do you think he's in like crutches right now? And
I think he's in that kind of
inflatable,
like a wheelchair style thing, but like for dogs, where it just straps to your hips and you're able to run.
He's running with his hands.
Running with his hands. That way he won't get a handball penalty.
I guess put some boots on your hands and you'll be fine, Saiss. But let's look at this. I want to point out some big name players for Morocco. These guys who could possibly come into the Premier League, could possibly be making huge moves, and have been disrespected this entire tournament by people not even knowing their names. They're saying, "Oh,
absolutely."
Me, for example, saying, "Oh, that's striker En-Nayuzi," like not even being able to pronounce their names.
It's En-Nesyri.
En-Nesyri, fantastic. He has been fantastic. Doesn't have a ton of goals, but he got the key goal when it was needed, and he outjumped a keeper who's allowed to use his hands, and he outjumped that dude. So big up to him. But I want to point out Amrabat.
You can't forget the Stoop regular in goal.
Oh, the Stoop regular, Bono, one of the Stoop crew members in goal, who has also been fantastic, who has kept Cristiano Ronaldo out on a one-on-one.
Absolutely.
When it was fantastic. Ronaldo's moment to save the day, and he was one-on-one with Bono, and Bono said, "Oh,
Bono didn't blink.
No, he said it is Sunday, Bloody Sunday is when I'm going to be playing, not you, Ronaldo. So Ben, Arizona, good to see you. Let's go Morocco, he says. What do you think about that, little Sunni over here? No.
I don't think he likes that one bit.
Ben Ireland, I have the chat room to myself. Come on, Morocco, make Lil Sunni cry. Lil Sunni, you're getting shout-outs on the show.
Hey, at least you're getting the shout-outs. They're not the best shout-outs.
But I want to talk about Amrabat. Amrabat, midfielder, he has been phenomenal.
He is definitely one of many players that football fans around the world are starting to learn the name of, to get to know. And Nasseria is one, and then Hakimi. Though I know Hakimi plays it for PSG, I mentioned it earlier, but up until this tournament, I didn't know who he was. Mo Master knows I don't watch La Liga.
So something for Mo Master that he knows, the famous Sergio Ramos, who scored a goal for Real Madrid and did the little penguin dance. When Hakimi made his penalty against Spain, he did the little penguin dance. I was like, this to Sergio Ramos. Sergio Ramos will eat your children. Like, I would
actually is probably feasting on his children right now.
Yeah, and a little tapas place right now because he is also not at the World Cup. But who else do we have on here that I wanted to point out? Mazraoui has been fantastic, and Boufal on the other side of Ziyech and Hakimi, which you could see that as being a huge imbalance, but they've actually balanced each other out very well. And that back five that they got going, it's really a back three because Hakimi and
they track forward and back so often
more forward. But they can come back to a back five, and then Amrabat has been playing much more of a Thomas Partey Arsenal style role, Declan Rice style role of, yes, he can go forward and pick a pass, but he's been covering as a fifth or sixth part of the defense back there. And that's been what kept the likes of Bruno Fernandes calm. It's what kept the likes of Pedri Pedri and Gavi for Spain. It's what kept them out. So that dude has been absolutely phenomenal. Any English club would love to have him, I'm sure.
Right. And I know where a lot of us, and especially us right now, talking in as like an individual, look at these individuals on this Moroccan team. That's not what they prefer. They prefer that you look at them as a team, the sum of their parts, who have been playing phenomenally throughout the entire tournament. I mean, these guys, if you look at France, they are like stars on that team. Griezmann, Mbappe, Giroud. These are
Dembele.
These are stars. People have posters on their
William
on their wall.
Saliba has seen 5 minutes of play, and he
has to get another Arsenal.
No, he's being touted as the best defender in the Premier League. That's been an honest conversation.
No, it's very true. He's been lighting it up.
Find time. I'm fine with that. Leave him on the bench. Hopefully France goes on to win everything, and then he comes home with a World Cup ring, and he continues to be. Do they give him rings?
A medal. And he sprains his shoulder lifting the cup.
Oh, he lifts Giroud up, and Giroud teabags and breaks an eye socket.
He's wearing the mask. He's wearing Sonny's mask for the rest of the season. It's going to be terrible.
So I just want to take a note to talk about the fan base of Morocco in Qatar, because
it's going to be a home game for Morocco.
The reason I am rooting for Morocco here is because I want to see Morocco-Argentina, because those two fan bases have been
huge.
Absolute. They're beasts there right
now. Absolutely.
They're absolute beasts right now. But somebody was saying, who's been out there reporting on it, was saying that the Moroccan people that are there have this joy. It's not just a joy to be there. At first, it was a joy to just be in the tournament. And then you get a win, and then you get a win. You get a draw. Nobody's scoring against you. You're starting to look good. You actually win your group. Winning the group for them was a moment of like, we are here. We did it. Right. Let's just go out and have fun. So think about the two fan bases right now watching this match. You have the French fan base who's going to be sitting there smoking cigarettes and biting their fingernails.
What are those called? Jedois or Gaulois?
I don't know. These guys, they have to run faster. I cannot. Oh, we are going to lose. We are going to lose. Oh, no, we cannot lose. Come on, Dembele.
You have spilled my chartreuse.
We've already. You want to win the World Cup? We've already got one. Yeah, there's it. But there you go.
Certainly,
I told them we already got one. But the Moroccan fans are there. They are going to be cheering on everything that happens. And if France gets a goal, I would look to the Moroccan fans to get louder. If Morocco scores a goal, the French fans silent. The French fans are going to be silent. Order some escargot or something like that. I don't know.
That sounds disgusting. Mezcalgo.
Mezcalgo. Yeah, that's the Mexican.
It's Mexican snails.
Mexican snails. Ugh.
Yeah, I'll take the yellow for that. I guess it means that I cannot participate in the next show.
But think about that right now. Like, think about. I hate saying that the Moroccan fans are just happy to be there. They're not just happy to be there. They are ecstatic with the way their team has performed. And if they were to get blown out today, that would not change. It would not change the way they have played and the love that they have for their team. As opposed to imagine France going out. Look at England going out. All of a sudden, it's Southgate out. Kane's the worst. We always bottle it. They're gonna blow it away.
No, absolutely. And
Morocco, it wins. Morocco wins today. Period.
I mean, there is a certain expectation that comes along with being the defending champion. You know, and in a sense, France is a bit spoiled. You know, I mean, they won it in
French people.
So
spoiled.
they won it
French
in 18.
Entitled.
They won it in 8, and they win it every 10 years. This is not their year. Maybe this is Morocco's year. I say it's Messi's year. Messi, Mediterranean plate, the Mezzo experience, a Mezzo pizza.
I swear to God, the names that you get wrong are fine, and I love it. So you can't say Lukaku. You can't say David De Gea. That's fine. But Messi? Messi is literally Messi. Like, that's it. There's nothing weird about it. Anyway.
Adam Clayton played for Leeds United.
Adam Clayton Powell? Isn't that a street in the Bronx?
It's a street in Minneapolis.
Yeah, I don't. Well, Adam Clayton, there you go. I didn't know he was a Leeds player and played for you too. So I'm just saying I would love to see Morocco win tonight. I know it's a long shot.
All right, so I'm going to ask you a quick question here.
Oh,
if Morocco does indeed win, are we already awarding the title to Argentina? Are we already crowning Messi with that?
I will answer you with one of my favorite phrases. Not a chancy, little Nancy. No.
Fair enough.
How could you? Because if Morocco is able to beat France, that means they beat France, they beat Portugal, they beat Spain, they beat Belgium.
They beat all the giants. They are the giant killers.
Argentina should be shaking in their little Argentinian boots. They're little guys.
They are little Argentinian boots.
Except for a few of them, but they're all kind of small guys. That being said, whatever the final is, right now Argentina is playing in such a weird way that like this weird belief of coming into the tournament with everybody saying, "Oh, you're the favorites. You and Brazil are the favorites. You're on a 36-game unbeaten streak. You only need one more win to have the most wins all time in a row or something like that." And they lose to Saudi Arabia. To me, that loss to Saudi Arabia gets Argentina where they are now. They don't get here if they do exactly what Spain do if they beat Saudi Arabia 7-0. Like Spain winning 7-0 against Costa Rica probably ruined their tournament because they were just crap after that.
No, it's true.
They were like, "Oh, we only get 8 goals this tournament. Let's get 7 of them in our first match just so we can win on goal differential." And they did. And then they don't score a goal. Like, I'm sorry. You wasted your goals. So Argentina losing to Saudi Arabia in the first match gets that monkey off your back. It gets that, okay, everyone's telling us we're out. Now everyone's talking about Ronaldo. Now everyone's talking about Spain. Now everyone's talking about everybody else and how crap we are. Let's just go and do our business. They win the group.
They have gone out and done their business.
You know how hard it is to win a group when you lose a match? It's fucking difficult. But I think that Argentina are finding ways to win, even when they start to blow it away, like it at Netherlands. Find a way to win. Rely on their keeper to get that win. Yesterday, they found a way to break through, and yes, it was on a penalty that some people say is not a penalty. I don't understand why people say it's not a penalty, but they found that created an opening. They kept their foot on the gas, and they won. So can Argentina beat France? Hell yes. Can Argentina beat Morocco? Hell yes. Will they beat either of them? I don't know. I don't know.
Fates remain to be seen. And that's truly what it is.
Pincushion is asking how much the cash out on your Morocco bet now, Lolo. So I put $1.27 on Morocco to win the entire World Cup. I did that on like the 18th, not the 18th, on like 2 weeks ago, during the group stages.
It was at the end of the group stage.
At the end of the group stages, I put it on there. So $1.27 to win $115. My cash out as soon as they won against Portugal, the cash out was $7.75, and today it's $6. I'm like, how did it go down? The closer we get to it, so. Yeah, and
I think that's a red card for the betting site.
Red card for
the betting site, not necessarily for me.
And
it's not my second yellow.
BxGunner is in the house. He says, "Get your hash stash out and root for Morocco." Well, we'll do it, my friend. We'll do it later. We've got like 5 more shows today because this is going to extra time and then penalties. So that being said, guys, we're gonna get to the kickoff. Oh, we got to do our predictions real quick. Mark, what is your prediction for this match?
I'm going 1-1, and it goes to penalties.
Penalties.
It's going to go to penalties, and man, I really want to root for Morocco, and I will root for Morocco, but I just my that's my heart, but my brain tells me France wins this in PKs.
France on penalty kicks. Wow. Well, I'm going to be bold, and I'm going to stick with my $1.27 bet to continue on. And where's Sunni and Lil Sunni? There they are.
Nothing worse.
There you are. Here you go. This one's for you. Morocco 1-0 in normal time, 90 minutes, and we're out of here by 4:30.
That would be fantastic.
3-1 France.
3-1 France.
Geez, man.
Says I want Morocco, but
and please, any donations you have, Ben clearly has no heating in his house.
So all donations will go toward heating of Ben's flat.
I got straight in,
keeping him in hot water.
Straight in and on. So I'm busy packing because I'm moving house. So yeah, it's just.
Well, thank you so much for your support.
He's like Billy Joel. He's moving out.
Well, he is. That's very good.
That's Anthony's song, by the way.
I don't care. Antonio Lasagna.
Perfect.
All right. Well, that's it for our pre-show. We're going to get to the walking out ceremonies and the what are they? The national anthems. I was like the country codes. No, they're like
the postal codes.
+1. That's it. That's all we say. That's
really
the entire thing. Just the country codes. Anyway, I'm Lolo. This is Mark. If you like what we've been doing, please scan those flyers that are at your table and go to our show and like and subscribe and all of that. We are Brooklyn boys doing football the Brooklyn way. So peace from Dram Shop, everybody. We will see y'all. I forgot to tell Ben how to end the show. We will see y'all at halftime.